Well, welcome back to my holiday countdown. This is so much fun. And today I am joined by a wonderful friend across the ocean who we just seem to connect and match up on so many things. And we've learned that Advent is one of those. I
Incredible.
have a wonderful coach, Else Kramer, with me today. And I think we first crossed paths when I was working at the life coach school.
Yes.
And I believe you actually were on my Zoom call to coach me because I was working as both a mentor and then later a coach instructor. And I was struck by how clean and elegant your coaching was even
Well,
then.
thank you.
So, yeah. And we've just continued to connect from there. And
Yeah,
I'm just so grateful. So,
it's
I'll let
yeah.
you chat. Tell everybody what
Listen,
you do and all about you.
okay. So first Advent calendars, right? And then I'll work backwards. I think what is so funny, I get to know so many amazing people through coaching from different parts of the planet that I have so much in common with, right? So weirdly. And I think it all boils down to two things: values, right? And really wanting to be of service to your clients, be the best possible coach, whatever it is you're doing. But also in the most fun,
Yes.
way, not like as some kind of modern slavery.
Right. No robot.
And right, and neurodiversity.
Yes.
So most people I jive with are very smart, um, often have ADHD or other forms of neurodiversity, as do I,
Hmm.
which, is also something we
We
connect on,
gravitate toward one
right?
another.
Yes. And that defines the people I work with
Yeah.
as well, right? They're founders, executives, fast thinkers, very creative, very, not your average human being. They're amazing, they're wonderful, but they also tend to be a little bit stuck, as in, this should be easier. Or why am I getting stuck? Or why can't I think my way out of this? If I have been gifted such an amazing mind, why can't I solve this? Right. And another pitfall for a lot of my clients, and also something I had to learn, is, am I even allowed to ask for help?
Yeah.
Am I even allowed to ask for help if I have been so blessed? Right? If I have such a fast brain, I'm so talented in so many arenas, if I'm amazing at helping other people, if I know all the tools, et cetera, et cetera, is that even legal
Yeah.
for me to get help?
To even consider asking
Right?
for help, right?
Yeah.
Like it might not even appear as an option.
Yeah. 100%. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that tells you a lot of who I work with and also why. And I'm usually not the first person people work with, right? Usually they come to me after they've tried lots of other things. First the books,
Yes.
right? And then maybe some other forms of help. And then eventually they find me, usually
Hmm.
through referral, sometimes through the podcast. And I always warn them ahead of time. When people consider working with me, they get a warning first. Basically, I said, listen, this is going to hurt, but in a good way. Because if you're extremely smart, fast-brained, very talented, you're used to getting your own way a
Yeah.
lot and getting it fast, right?
Yeah. Having things
And
come easily.
100%.
Yeah.
And transformation, even though we can make it a lot easier, especially with tools like hypnosis, right? It can be a little faster than people think. It is not something you can hack with your thinking. You can't sort of fast forward your way through it. And that means shit's gonna be hard because you're not used to that. You're gonna be feeling things. You may not be used to that either, right? You may have like boxed those emotions,
Yeah. They're
filed
on
them
the
away.
shelf.
Yes. So I give fair warning to people who work with me. And then if they do want to work with me, I know they're all in. And then of course we have a beautiful journey together. It's not just painful and suffering. It's amazing and expansive, but they do need to know what they're in
Yeah.
for. Yeah.
Well, and I love you hinted at this, But your coaching is not just, right, you have more than one mode of
Yes, there's so
training,
many
right?
modalities
That
I
you
work with.
pull from
Yes. Yes.
because you are a gifted learner who's constantly learning and adding to your toolbox.
Yeah.
And so
100%.
that is, in my mind, a hallmark of the kind of coaching you do is that you are able to go so many routes
Yeah, for sure.
and
And that is
trust
also what
yourself to know.
exactly.
Yeah.
And to have the exact right thing for the person at the exact right time, right? Is it not
Yeah.
some kind of
Yeah.
like, one size fits all, which is never going to work with my clients anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Because they are
Well,
not
and
one
really for
size.
many people, honestly,
Yes. Fair
right?
enough.
Like
100%. Yeah.
it is particularly true with your clients, but
Yeah.
most of us
Yeah.
need something
One
that's
size
fine-tuned to
does not
us,
fit all.
right?
Can we just agree on that?
Yes. Yes.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work that way. So I'm very lucky to I am a seriously a trained philosopher. That's
Hmm.
what I started out with. And I've got so many certifications in. So coach, master coach in several coaching schools, hypnosis, again, many certifications, different types of hypnosis. Then there's martial arts. There's so many different things I know and bring and can help my clients with, as well as a whole career as an entrepreneur myself, having run my own businesses again in a creative field. So lots of creativity added into the mix as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
if I've got something for whatever
Yeah.
they bring.
And and I think what's fascinating is that under the undercurrent of all of that is that there is curiosity built in
Yes,
into
always.
everything you do, whether it's the creative pursuits, whatever modality you're learning, there's this curiosity that you bring just innately to your
Yeah,
clients. And
forever.
that provides so much space and
Yes.
gives your clients permission to be curious about themselves in a different way.
Curious as well, which by the way is the most powerful, or at least one of the most powerful emotions we can have as
Yeah.
humans, right? And
Oh,
also one of the
definitely.
most the most fun, I
Yeah.
think, I happen to
Mhm.
think. But also what I get back a lot from clients is I can't believe I found this space where I don't need to tone myself down, especially the women. I also work with a lot of men, it's like 50-50, but especially the women are so used to hiding a lot of
Yes.
who they are and what they're capable of. And to be in a room, whether it's a virtual room or a physical room with someone or even a group where you can own how incredibly gifted you are at what you're doing, how smart you are, and say it out loud. That in itself, right? That validation is incredibly powerful too, because it actually takes a lot of energy to hide it.
Hmm.
And when you stop doing that, and still sometimes strategically you may want to do it, but when you stop doing that, you can use it for other things.
Yeah. When you stop doing it as a pattern
Yes.
or as a kind of modality of
Yeah.
going through life, right?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
choose then intentionally.
Exactly.
So much
Strategically.
more powerful. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. So
Amazing.
that's a lot of fun to see people sort of who are already, doing pretty cool stuff,
Yeah.
realize they're capable of even more. And part of that isn't, I mean, I always joke about world domination because it's just a fun concept to throw around, but we're not looking for, becoming billionaires. We're looking for meaningful, fulfilling lives,
Yeah.
right? Where you don't burn yourself out, where you contribute what you want to contribute, where you can bring your gifts and share them with the world, with the people you love, and have, can I swear here? By the way, I'm Dutch.
You
People
can
have a
swear and I'll just
fucking
put on
amazing
warning.
time. Bleep. Just have the best time
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
that's an amazing transition to, I mean, we've connected in
Yes.
so many ways over the years
Yeah.
and found, right, we have so much overlap. But here I am running this holiday countdown, and then I get my email from Elsa. Oh, Advent. Turns out it's another space where both of
Yes.
us are taking our own spin on something we love,
Yeah.
showing up in our space. Doesn't matter if this is like what we're supposed to do.
Nope.
It's
That's
just
never.
us sharing
Yeah.
right? From a space and totally different. So if you want to
Yep.
talk about your what you're doing
Let's
and
just
your love of
quickly
Advent,
talk about Advent calendars, what
yeah.
they were like when I was a young girl growing up as a Catholic, which I no longer am, but I grew up a Catholic and we had Advent calendars,
Mhm.
but they were just for the people who are now have these sumptuous Advent calendars with cosmetics and like, whatever it is, the most amazing chocolates or
Yes.
macarons, or even like I think there's books in Advent calendars. We had like this flat thing
Mine
with
was a piece of
pictures.
paper
Right,
with the
right.
little
With
doors.
little doors,
Yes.
with pictures from the Bible. And then when it was Christmas, right, it was like the nativity, and it had glitters
Oh,
on the image, right? That was like the
yes.
big climax. But even that back then that
Yeah.
made just such a massive impression on me. Just that anticipation of like, oh, what is good? What is it going to be like today? And I've since been obsessed with them. It used to be very hard to like
Hmm.
get them. It's a relatively new thing. I think I created my own first advent calendar thing for the public 6 or 8 years ago, which was so much fun, right? And since all the training I've done on neuroscience and hypnosis, I have come to realize, oh my God, advent calendars are like coaching and hypnosis in a box, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many reasons why they work and why they are so fun
Yeah.
and amazing, but also why they help you get through December.
Hmm.
They're the
Yeah.
best. Yeah.
Well,
So
and can we
yeah,
use this, right? Like, I think that's the powerful thing I love, right? It's just a reminder that the joy and anticipation of a thing,
yes,
right, is
exactly.
so important. And
Yes,
we don't have to just do that in December.
exactly. So that's
I mean,
the
it's so
other
fun to
thing.
do it now, and I love them. And
Yes.
right, making my own same thing. I different versions, but I love that you've got the coaching lens of how this is
Yeah.
powerful.
Exactly. This is how you want to organize your life,
Yeah.
right? You want to every day wake up with that anticipation. I'm going to open a door and there's going to be a surprise, a nice surprise for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. And we can create that. I think
Yes.
that's the other amazing thing, right? I don't have to have somebody else give me the
No,
advent calendar,
no,
right?
not at
And
all.
and it also doesn't have to be high-end chocolates and
Exactly.
fancy books and perfumes, right? The proof of being a child who just opened a piece of cardboard and had a
Yeah.
picture inside and being
It's
happy with
very
that,
poorly,
right? It's
kitsch
the
pictures. Yeah.
same dopamine hit in
Yes,
our brain,
exactly. Right.
right?
So this is a good news. Like by all means, if you can and if it feels good, treat yourself to the most amazing advent
Yeah.
calendar. But you can get exactly the same molecules up in your brain, the same hormones that make you feel so good by just creating a system where you have anticipation every day and you get to open a virtual or a physical door and there is something nice
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what we're both doing
Right,
basically
in
this
our own
month.
way, right? And
Yes.
and it's so less about the thing behind the door as it
Yep.
is the process and
100%.
the anticipation and emotion that we get to
Exactly. And
bring
that's
to it.
that's the other thing, right? I am sending people micro missions every day. But even reading through the micro mission and like imagining yourself
Yeah.
doing it is going to generate some of those
Yes.
feel good
Yes. Yeah, and
hormones.
and if you want to give people a chance, right, they can still sign up to
Yes, they
enjoy
can,
the rest of your advent calendar. It's a
whenever you
daily
see
email,
this,
correct? Yes.
just go to one of my socials and you can see all
And I'll
the,
include all of that
yeah,
here.
that
Yes.
will be somewhere below,
Yes.
above. I don't
Yes.
know where
Somewhere,
it's going to
wherever,
be.
depending where this is housed, probably on my Substack, maybe on YouTube as well.
Yeah. But it will be so it
So,
will be very easy to find. It will be all over the socials because I don't like the thing is I have done so many free challenges, free courses over the past, I don't know, 15 years. And people are always asking, this is so good. Why do you make it free? Right? Why don't you charge for it? And those people have no idea how fun it is to give,
mhm.
right? How much fun it is for me to create these like micro missions and to imagine people. doing them and being, having a smile on their face or thinking, oh, this is too ridiculous, but I'm going to do it anyway, or whatever is happening with them. And to just see that joy spreading, but also the joy of designing this and
Mm.
then giving it away to whoever who wants it. That is just, you can't put a price on that, right? Like that
Right.
is just so much
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. And it's the emotional piece, right?
Yes.
So for me, again, I've always loved advent calendars made activity related, kind of kindness and joy ones for the kids when they were younger. I do puzzles where I create them and then people get, so much of the puzzle per day to open
My
and those
God.
kind of things
I
and
wish
share
I lived
those.
more close
Yes.
to you.
But as I thought
So fun.
about this, right, like
Yeah.
this idea just kind of came to me. And I lost my mom earlier this year, and she loved the holidays. I would say
Mm,
probably mid-November or earlier through Christmas, she was just, she loved everything about the holidays,
bless
the
her.
food, the gift giving, the decorating, all
Right.
of
The
that.
lights. Yeah.
And and at the root of that was that she loved giving
Yeah.
and in making other people happy through that,
Right.
right? Like
Spreading
providing.
joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so for me, this was like, how can I share the wealth, share these amazing people that I have had the great blessing to come into contact with, and then share a little bit of my mom as well through doing something she might enjoy and also sharing her recipes and then getting to share people like
I
you.
love
And
that.
and then right, maybe everyone will also get to then sign up and enjoy your Advent
Yes.
adventure as well, because it's so
Yeah.
fun to kind of just give your brain that little challenge that you're
Yes.
providing every day. It's amazing. So,
And even if you don't, if you're like, no, not another thing, I have some tips
yes,
to
go
get
for
through
it.
the holidays.
Yes, share. That was my
Right.
next question.
So, first of all, instead of starting with your to-do list for the holidays, start with you, right? Check in with you because the holidays tend to trigger so many old patterns. So it's going to be harder anyway on your system than it would normally be. So even, if you have like this urge to like check everything that needs to be done, it can be such a great sort of practice to before that check in with your body and just sigh. Exhale twice as long, right? Just give yourself that moment of grace. And that is just like the tiniest bit of self care that will make it so much easier to then start tackling stuff. Also, I would be very careful with my energy, right? Like most of the people I work with are pretty good at budgeting. Energy, you also want to budget, and especially in months like these. So if someone asks you for something, just really sort of weigh it and think, okay, how much energy, not just time, right? How
Right,
much energy is it going to cost me? Maybe it's going to be fun, so that will sort of, you know,
right.
cancel out. But how much energy is this thing going to cost me? And if you're not immediately like, oh, this is going to be so energizing, then it probably should be a no.
Yeah. Yeah. And checking it, like your body knows,
Yes.
right? When you give it that pause that you
Yeah,
first outlined and then to check in, you'll have that answer.
absolutely. And listen, you'll know this, but I'm saying it again anyway. Stop the bloody perfectionism,
Yeah.
right? All the matching napkins, all that kind of bullshit. Just do not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody cares, seriously. Just connect with humans you love. And listen, if you do have matching napkins, good for you. But this should not be at the top of your priority list. Again, you loving on the people you love, connecting with them deeply, and also just surviving if you need to spend time with people that you may not have the best possible relationship
Yeah.
with, right? Also taking care of you and creating space for that. And then also creating space for yourself after the holidays. So do not start, you know, sort of filling up your calendar if you're back at work early January. Create some decompression.
Yeah,
time,
there's
etc.
that window of time
Yeah.
between, depending on what holiday you're celebrating, right? But there, either way, no matter what faith you are coming from, there is a window of time between our calendar new year
Yeah.
and that holiday. And it's a beautiful time to give yourself space before I feel like, especially in the coaching world, we're pushing like
Right. Make plans.
New
Your
Year, right? Like
best
go, go,
year
go.
yet. Like,
And that's great, right? There's a place for that.
well, yeah, there's a place for
In
that, but also it's more pressure that
Yes,
is not
exactly.
useful at all.
Right.
Right.
It's like, let's pause and check in. What do we really need
Yeah.
and want right now? And as you said, most likely it's probably connection at the heart of it.
Yeah. And also
Right?
fun, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
fuck's sake, have more
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Seriously. And December for me is very much about a rebirth of light, right? It gets darker and darker where I
Yes.
live,
Oh, yeah.
and we'll get a little bit gloomier and it's just overcast the whole time. And then, it's on the 21st, you're like, oh my God, we made it.
Mhm.
Literally, like, this
Minutes
part of the,
of more daylight a day, right?
right? We made it through. And it's a rebirth of the light. So it's sort of withdrawing, shrinking, and then opening up again. That is what
Yeah.
December is about. And being so kind to yourself and letting new things rather than thinking, oh my God, next year, what am I going to do? Just also letting that kind of be, I don't know, sort of blossoming, birthing it or whatever you want to call it, but don't try and force it with your brain.
Yeah.
It's so much less fun. But seriously, have more fun, people. Can I just say that? Like,
Yeah.
just because I just look at people prepping for the holidays, and their faces are just, yeah, like
Well,
with
and I'm curious to tell me, I think there's a have more fun and allow yourself to figure out what fun is for you.
yes, for
Right.
sure.
It's your version of fun doesn't have to be going to
No,
every holiday party you're
oh
invited
my God,
to,
no.
right?
And it doesn't
And
need to
that may
involve
be
like
super
eating
fun for
lots
the
of stuff,
extrovert. Right.
alcohol,
Yeah.
etc. For some people it does, for some people it doesn't.
Right.
For me, my ideal holiday, it's also my birthday always during the Christmas holidays. I love to be alone or just with my family, right? On my
Yeah.
birthday. Go for a nice long walk, even though it's freezing, probably pouring down as well. Get some fresh air,
Yeah.
be in nature, read some books, cook some amazing meals, but meals that aren't like, oh, I'm a master chef, but like something that goes into the oven and just, or it's like a stew and just the whole house smells
Yeah.
beautiful. That is my ideal Christmas. And when I say have, but it's good that you mentioned this. When I say have more fun, I mean play more,
Yeah. And
right?
that
Be more
is specific to
playful.
you, right? What does that mean?
Yes.
Everybody watching, listening will have their own definition, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And we can all elevate that in
Yes.
our own way. Yeah. So good.
Mm.
Well, before we wrap, just
Yeah.
verbally tell everybody where to find you, what's the best way to track you down if they want more information.
So I'm Elsa Kramer on Instagram, which I'm sure will be spelled
Yes.
out somewhere. And you can find me on LinkedIn as well, where I'm just sharing these Advent
Hmm.
um, micro missions every day. And you can also sign up for my mailing list if you like on coachkramer.org.
Okay. And potentially a podcast coming.
Yes, there will be a
Uh,
podcast
I mean, you
episode
have a
on,
podcast, but an episode
yeah,
connected.
yeah, an episode on the
Yes.
neuroscience of Advent
Yes. Yeah.
calendars, which of
Yeah.
course you will want to listen to
Yes. Absolutely.
So
Well,
good.
thank you so much for this conversation and for sharing your incredible wisdom and insights with everybody here and all of your Advent fun. I look forward to them every day and I will continue to tune in
Good.
all month. So
Thank you so much for having
thank
me.
you.
This
Oh,
has
you're
been
welcome.
delightful.
Thank you.